EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, Corral. High throw, but the catch is made. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Rolling to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Corral sets up play action. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Corral. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't. Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, partner, I know still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Corral on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3rd down, Corral. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. 1st and 10, it's Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 44. On 3rd down, Moore. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Run for Pollard. And this play comes to a halt at the 33. And obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run now for Nwangu. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Here's Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch, 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
60 Bison. Watch 2.
Here's Corral on 1st down. And Shark calls it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Switch. Watch the shoot.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Pollard going to try the right side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Corral. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Slot man moves right.
Throwing, Willis. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Willis to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just get...
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway.